Hey guys, it's 5'3" curly me, and I'm making this video to do a quick update on the American Chebe powder. Tomorrow is actually going to be wash day. I will be reapplying, well, not wash day, but reapplication day. Tomorrow is going to be reapplication day, so I will be doing a live stream mañana, and I'm going to be redoing at least half of my hair on camera of the American Chebe powder, because let's face it, it's gonna take forever to get it done. There are a few pros and cons when it comes to the Chebe powder as opposed to the Chebe butter that Miss Lori was giving me firsthand. So let's go ahead and get into the differences between African and American, shall we? Totally felt like Corinne there.
Let's get started, shall we?
So when it comes to grittiness, the African Chebe powder is way more gritty than this American Chebe powder. A part of it is because Miss Lori already puts a little bit of oil into the American Chebe powder, so it clumps up a little bit more, but it is definitely more fine. I noticed that when I was putting that in my hair. Where the African Chebe powder is going to be more raw, they're probably not going to have the same amount of tools and whatnot, so the African Chebe powder was a little bit more gritty. When it comes to cleanliness, again, I feel like the American Chebe powder actually wins at this. I showed in both of my videos actually, when I reapplied the Chebe powder from Africa, my hands were super dirty, but when I reapplied it from America, my hands were pretty much clean. My hands soaked up everything, and I was very pleased with that. Again, I think a part of this is because there's already some of the oil in the American Chebe powder, so it didn't get everywhere, I guess. I've never used an African Chebe powder that already had there's already a mask or something, so I can't really vouch for that. You guys can though. Let me know what your experiences were in the comments below. Smell. Whew. Whew. I remember when I first opened this Chebe powder from Africa when it came in from Chad, and I remember thinking it didn't smell, it wasn't pleasant, but it wasn't as bad as I had expected it to be. Now when you put it in your hair and you start walking all around, you know, in public, it's a different story. It's a different story. This Chebe powder from NatureFinity does smell stronger. The smell is stronger and the smell lasts longer, but it's not bad, if that makes sense. The smell is a good smell. Like I said, it smells spicy, like curry, and you can smell all the different spices and oils that she put in it. Whereas opposed to the Chebe powder from Africa, even though the smell didn't linger as much, it was still it was terrible. It was a terrible smell. As far as application goes, I felt like both of them were the same. They were both pretty easy. You apply some oil, you apply some powder. I mean, nothing really goes that much into it. If anything, for the American Chebe powder, you can't really apply an oil and then apply the powder as it is, because it's not, here, let me open it for you guys again. It's not really a powder per se, because she already puts a little bit in. So you can see how it's kind of clumped up. It's not totally a powder. But so it's a little bit more difficult if you were used to trying to do it just like they did in the video. That could be a little bit more difficult. But if you do it like I did in my video, where you're just applying a little bit of oil in the palm of your hand, a little bit of Chebe powder and rub it through, you're fine. It's pretty much the same thing. Now, if I would say, if I had to choose, if I had to choose between the African Chebe and the American Chebe, I personally would choose the American Chebe just because I like the fact that I know exactly what's in it. I like the fact that it smells nice, and I like the fact that, for me anyway, it's easier to use because it's less messy. When I have to choose between Chebe powder and When I have to choose between Chebe powder and Chebe butter, I definitely prefer the Chebe butter just because you guys know I'm more simplistic when it comes to my hair care routine, so when I can try to minimize the number of products I'm using and gathering on wash day, I prefer that. From what I understand, Miss Lori has yet to make a Chebe butter with her own American Chebe powder. She still uses it with African Chebe powder. I'm not allergic to peanuts, so I feel like I'm good. You guys are good. If you want to know about more of that peanut video, The link will be in the description. I'm getting over my cold. Be patient with me. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the Chebe. Like I said, I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, so you guys can kind of watch how I reapply my Chebe powder. I've been wearing my hair in these twists and everything's pretty much fine. Because like I said, the Chebe powder does get on your scalp. Do not tell me to not put it on your scalp. I know. I've addressed this a number of times. I'll be reapplying it tomorrow. It's not very messy. I shake my head all the time. My hair is not oily. I will say, with the Chebe powder and the shea butter and whatnot, I don't have to moisturize my hair as often. It's been 1 full week since I've done this and my hair is not dry at all. My hair is completely moisturized. So I'm loving this. Hopefully I'll be getting on to a 2019 challenge, because for those of you who have followed me since the beginning of 2018, I did have a 2018 challenge and it's obviously been a bust. But I'm going to be hopefully making a 2019 challenge, kind of thinking of some ideas. What do you guys do when it comes to your Chebe powder? What is your Chebe routine, your Chebe go-tos? Do you prefer a butter? Do you prefer a Chebe oil? Do you prefer how they do it in the video? Let me know down in the comments so that I can go ahead and get a better idea. Thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.